which shoe styles are trending for summer 2025, and which ones should we avoid. I'm breaking it all down coming up next. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Serena, and as we dive into summer 2025, there's a lot of exciting footwear out there, but let's be honest, not every trend is made for every woman, especially for those of us who are midlife women, over 40, over 50, over 60. And yes, I know a lot of you don't follow trends, don't care about trends, and that is just fine. I think it's always fun to see what the trends are, and your footwear is a good way to make sure that your overall look is up to date, because nothing can really drag down an outfit or make you look older and outdated than wearing some shoes that are old and outdated. So let's take a look at these summer 2025 trends. And as a reminder, everything that I show today, in case you're interested, I will have them linked in 3 places. First, the easiest place is with the YouTube shopping links. Those are the pictures that pop up down in the corner of the video while I'm showing an item. You can tap or click on those and shop right there without ever leaving my YouTube video. I also put the links down in the description box below the video, and I copy all of that and put it in a comment that I pinned to the top of the comment section. And in the description and in the comment, I also include some other things like discount codes that I have with a few different retailers that you can take advantage of. I also include my stats, my height, weight, sizes, that sort of thing. Okay, number 1. Boho is in the air this season, and everyone is jumping on the clog trend. Now, clogs can be great, or clog sandals. That's really what's in style, are these sandals that are inspired by clogs. And they can be great with wide leg pants or flowy skirts. Midi, maxi dresses, those can pair really well with clog style sandals. But you have to be careful. Those of us who are midlife and in our 40s, 50s, or 60s, we remember clogs. I remember, well, I was a little girl back in the 70s when clogs were really huge, and I'm sure some of you remember wearing them yourselves. I did not have any, but my sister did. And the Dr. Scholl's clog sandals, and then of course those really tall candies, you know, wooden slides that were so dangerous even back then. But you have to be careful with these, especially now that we're a little bit older. If you have weak ankles or if you have any kind of balance issues, I would really think long and hard before jumping on this clog sandal trend. These can really be a trip or fall hazard, and you can mess up your ankle or foot really bad by twisting and falling off of these really high platform sandals like a clog sandal. My husband's Aunt Donna, a couple of years ago, you know, she's even more petite than me, and she always wore like a really high wedge sandal of some kind or platform sandal, and she slid out or twisted her ankle off of one of those, and she broke her foot in I don't know how many places and was in a boot for a while, and it was this whole thing. So she does not wear those anymore. So you got to be really careful. But I think a moderate pair like these from Journey collection, these would be okay. And I also found these are from the Soft Walk brand, and I really like these, and these are not too crazy. And these are really pretty, and they come in 3 different colors. I like this bone color here, but they also come in cognac and black, I think. So I like these. If you want to jump on the boho trend with some clog sandals, either one of these would be a good bet. Every time I film a video, without fail, I get questions about my makeup. Usually, more often, my eyeshadow and my lips. So I am linking in every video down in the description. I'll have a link to my makeup products that I'm using. And I also did a video just last week called my Summer Glow Up. And if you want to watch that video, I will link it down below too. I go through my summer hair routine with my curly hair, my summer skincare, makeup, and my self-tanning routine. It's all in that video. So if you want to see more details on that, check out that video. But for today's lip combo, it's something a little bit different. I usually wear a shade that's a little more pinky. This one is definitely more of a peach combo, and I really like it. So these products are both from Tarte. I got both of these when I went to New York for that YouTube shopping event, and we got that incredible swag bag. But these are from the Tarte brand, both of them, and they're the Maracuja Juicy line. This is the Maracuja Juicy lip liner, and it is in the shade Buff. So it's a nice kind of peachy neutral, and I put that all over my lips. Filled in, I lined them and I filled them in with this lip pencil. And on top of that, I applied the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. And this, it's in like a stick, and you pump it up from the bottom, but it's almost like a gloss in stick form. It's very sheer, and it just gives a nice sheen to your lips, and it does have that plumping effect that's gonna make your lips, you know, look like you've had some lip injections, even when you haven't. So, but it's not crazy. Sometimes these plumping things are really tingly and can burn. This is very subtle. It feels really good on your lips too. The lip plump that I used is in the color called Primrose. So that is today's lip combo, and I will have it linked here on screen and down in the description as well. Okay, the second big shoe trend for this summer is jelly shoes. Yep, jelly shoes. If you grew up in the 80s like I did, then I know you had at least one or more pairs of jelly shoes. And they're back. They can be functional if you're spending a lot of time around water, but I don't know, I lived through this trend, you know, like I said, back in the 80s, and I don't know that I'm going to jump on this trend again. Even though some are very pricey, there are designer versions of these little plastic shoes that cost hundreds of dollars. But no matter who the designer is or the style, to me they just look kind of cheap because they're plastic, they're jelly shoes. And this is something that is very trendy that probably will not be around next summer. So for that reason, this is something that I am going to skip personally. But if this is something that you think would fit your lifestyle and you want to participate in this trend, you can find these very inexpensively. They're all over Amazon, and this is a pair by Steve Madden, and it is less than $50. So a lot of you who've been following me for a while know that over the past year or so, I have really changed the look of my body from doing several key things. Changing the way I exercise. I used to do all cardio, no strength building. I've flip-flopped that. I wasn't really watching what I ate. I tried to limit what I ate, but it was how I was eating that wasn't serving me well. So I have changed these things. I did a recent video about how I've gotten rid of the menopause belly. And it's not just the menopause belly. These tips and tricks will help you lose fat and gain muscle wherever you need to. I will link this video for y'all to watch up here if you haven't seen it. And if you want to get tips and tricks delivered to your inbox every week, please sign up for my newsletter. You can scan this QR code or tap or click the link that will be down in the description. Every week on Saturday, I'm sending out my email newsletter. And in that newsletter, I recap the week's best sellers, trending looks, the week's YouTube videos, and I'm including a diet or fitness tip and a healthy recipe. But you're only going to get those things in my newsletter. I'm not sharing those here on the channel. So if you want healthy recipe ideas and little tips and tricks that have helped me along the way with changing my body, then definitely subscribe to my newsletter. It's free and it will be delivered straight to your email inbox. The next big trend for summer 2025 shoes is slim sneakers. I'm talking about very streamlined sneakers. I mentioned these back in my spring shoe trends video, and these are not going anywhere anytime soon. This trend was inspired by a designer sneaker, this one here, that came out a while back, and it seems like nearly every sneaker brand out there has jumped on this trend bandwagon. And you can find them at all price points. These right here are from Lucky brand. They are priced under $75 and they are in a classic go with anything white color. And bonus points for brown or camel colored suede sneakers. That is a big trend, and these from Dolce Vita are that slim line sneaker, and they're in this kind of camel color, and they're really, really pretty. So you would get two trends in one in that shoe, and that might be a good option for you if you don't do well with white sneakers, you know, you don't feel like you can keep them clean, whatever. This could be a good option for you. And yes, I know they're suede, but this is the big trend for 2025. You're seeing brown and camel color suede sneakers everywhere. Now for this trend, I love my Puma Easy Rider sneakers. They aren't quite as slimlined as those others. You know, they've got a little bit thicker sole, but they're still very, you know, kind of tapered, slim. They're not chunky at all, and definitely have that retro styling that is so popular right now. And these are super comfortable. They run true to size, and these are a good price as well. So I will link all these for you in all the 3 places that I previously mentioned. And I love these. They come in different colors, but I just love pink because I think that can add a fun little pop of color to a neutral outfit. If you're enjoying today's video and want to see more like it, please give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that you like this kind of content so I can create more of it in the future. And my channel is continuing to grow, and I'm so appreciative to all of you, whether you're a new viewer or one of my old-time viewers. I appreciate you all. So if you would like to join our community here, hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. That way you'll know whenever I post new content. And I now have a membership program. You can join my most stylish crew here on Style with Serena, and you'll get access to some members only perks like priority response to comments, and I'm going to start doing a monthly or around every month a live stream event here on YouTube where you can ask me any of your questions. I simply cannot get to all the styling questions that I get. You know, I get some specific questions about what to wear for this or that or whatever, and I just don't have the time to get to all those. But if you're a member, you will be able to join that live stream and you can ask me anything. So if that is interesting to you, you can scan this QR code here and sign up to be a Most Stylish Crew member, and I will include that link down in the description as well. Okay, the next big trend for summer 2025 is big buckles. And while these have been around for a while, they're really going strong this year because of the boho and western trends. And even though they're saying these are trendy, I think these can be classic as well, and they already kind of are. Some of them, like this from Birkenstock. This is the Madrid sandal, and it's just a simple slide. You know, it's a little bit more elevated than the 2-band slide sandals, and it has the bigger buckle. And these are really nice shoes if you like that kind of slide. So I've seen these styled all different kind of ways, and they look great with everything from shorts, pants, skirts, really everything can go with this sandal. And then of course we have the big buckle Arizona sandal, also from Birkenstock. And you can find dupes of these as well, but this is the Birkenstock, and of course, it comes in multiple different colors, and it's the regular Arizona slide sandal. It just has the bigger buckles. So that just adds a little something extra to the look. And for right now, that is what's on trend. But like I said, these have been around for a few years at this point. It just so happens that this year the big buckles are trending. So I wanted to mention these. And if, you know, you want a sandal that isn't a slide, you need something around your heel, then I think this is a good option. And this is from Naturalizer. And of course, you know, Naturalizer, they've been around forever. My mother used to swear by Naturalizer shoes. And so these are going to be comfortable. And these have that little T-strap and the strap around your ankle. So these are going to be really secure on your foot. And I think with this style of sandal, you could dress this up and wear it with, you know, more than you could the Birkenstock style sandals. So this is another great option if you like this trend. The next next shoe trend for this summer, and we've been seeing this since spring, that is woven shoes. You're seeing the woven trend in everything from sneakers to ballet flats, even loafers. This is a really big trend. And they're kind of an evolution of those mesh shoes that showed up everywhere last year. I was not a fan of the mesh. I think it's already kind of on its way out because of the woven style shoes that's kind of taken its place. And I think the woven is a nicer look. And I think that the woven style shoes can be a very good option for you if you are someone who does not like wearing sandals or any kind of open-toed shoes for whatever reason. I have heard from numerous viewers that they do not wear sandals, they don't wear open-toe shoes. So, well, my feet get really hot in the summer, so I live in sandals. But if you don't want that, but you still want to get some good ventilation when it's hot, I think this could be a really good option for you. And there are so many different styles to choose from. Like I said, there are sneakers that are woven if you like that for a casual look. These woven espadrille shoes from Dolce Vita are a perfect neutral summer shoe, and I think they would look great with some flowy linen pants. And these woven Mary Jane flats are another really versatile woven shoe style for summer. The next shoe style that's trending for summer 2025, strappy ballet flats. Yes, these seem to come in and out of fashion every so often. And yes, they can be cute, but personally, this is a style that I'm going to skip for a couple of reasons. Number one, you have all these strings or ribbons or whatever to crisscross and tie around your leg. And if I didn't have those tied and, just right, it would drive me crazy. And I have had shoes like this before in the past, and when you start walking, they slip down and they all end up around your ankles, or at least they do around me, unless you tie them really tight. And if you tie them really tight, then you're leaving marks in your legs. So this is a no from my standpoint. And this style will draw attention to your legs and ankles. So unless you have, thin legs and ankles, which I have very slender ankles, so I'm blessed in that way, I guess. But if you don't like drawing attention to your calves or your ankles or feet in general, then this is definitely a trend that you want to skip, because this is going to put emphasis where you don't want it. Now, in case you're interested, I will link a couple of pairs of these, but like I said, for me, this is a trend that I'll pass on. So let me know, what are your go-to summer shoes? Leave me a comment down in the comment section and let me know. For me, my go-to summertime sandals, especially around home, are these. I just took one off my feet because yes, I'm standing here and I may look nice from here up, but I'm standing, so I have to have comfortable shoes on my feet, or my lower back and my heels will be killing me later. These are my UFOs flip-flops. I have purchased and gone through multiple pairs of these. These are the absolute most comfortable recovery sandals you will ever slip on, and that's really what they are. These are to recover from exercise, from running, from walking. After you do your running or walking, you come in, take off your sneakers, and then you put these on. They have really good arch support and really, really supportive and cushiony foam. So I treat these as my slippers. I wear them around my house, but they can be worn outside. So if I need to go outside, I do. But I really don't wear these anywhere because they're not something I would wear with an outfit, but they are super comfortable and well worth the money. And for more casual summer outfits, with shorts and that kind of thing, like in this picture right here, I am wearing these. These are by Bionic. They're called the Carmela sandal. And you've seen these a lot on my channel this year, but they're lined in kind of this suede. Of course, they have great arch support because they are Bionic, very cushy soles, and they've got this toe loop style that fits on my foot very securely. The other thing is This is Velcro and adjustable. So you can get it, you know, to fit the top of your foot just right. And I love that because I have kind of narrow feet across the middle here, so I can get this like really snug and tight on my foot, and that way it doesn't, you know, flop when I walk or anything. It stays nice and secure on my foot. And this color is great. It goes with everything, but they also come in a lighter color variation as well. But I highly recommend these for some comfortable, casual summer shoes. And of course, the other sandal that you see in every single one of my YouTube videos is the Sam Edelman Bay Slide Sandals. I have these in 3 colors now, and supportive they are not, okay? But they are just the easiest to slide on and go, and they're just that style that you can wear with practically anything. And I love the cognac color. They have a nice burnished gold that's not too shiny that I love as a neutral. And you can see me here wearing a pair of these sandals. So this is another great option for a summertime sandal. It's going to go with everything in your wardrobe. Okay, the next summer shoe trend. Again, this is a carryover from spring. I mentioned this style that was going to be big for 2025, and it's showing up on the summer trends list. Even though I really don't consider this a summertime shoe, they can be a year-round shoe, and a lot of people do wear them year-round. And that is the low-key loafer. This year, gone are the chunky loafers of years past. They have been replaced by a more streamlined look in loafers. These low-key loafers have a sleeker and more minimalist design. I have 2 pairs of loafers from Quince that are great for this trend. If you're a loafer girl and want to get some new loafers or need to update the ones you have, this is the horsebit loafer from Quince. Love this taupe color. It is such a great neutral. And it's got kind of a minimalist horse bit, so it does have that little gold detail, but it's not the big chunky gold chain detail that we were seeing not too long ago on loafers. And it's pretty flat, but it does have a little bit of a heel, and they're nicely cushioned on the inside. And the leather is so soft and supple. These are comfortable right out of the box. Another loafer that goes great for this trend, also from Quince, is this one. And you've seen me wear this shoe on my channel, and these are suede, and they come in different colors. This I think is called bone or ivory. It's a very pale tan. And yes, it's got the little penny loafer detail right there, but that's it. It's just a very plain loafer. And yes, since it's suede, wear it this summer. Suede is in for summer 2025, so you can definitely wear these even though it's summer. And again, there's cushioning inside. It's got a little bit more heel than that other loafer, and the suede is just buttery soft. And again, these were comfortable for me straight out of the box. Even though I have my foot issues with my bunions, both of these loafers are wide enough for me through the toe box that I can wear them with no problem. Another style that I don't have, but is also from Quince, this is called the Italian leather soft loafer. So it is not suede, it's regular leather, but it's got, you know, that scrunched kind of elastic style there around the back of the heel. So these come in, I think, 3 different colors or maybe more. But this is another just streamlined, simple, plain loafer. And I think this gives it a little bit more of a casual look with that scrunched style in back there behind the heel. And the great thing is all of these loafers from Quince are real leather, really good quality, and they're priced at under $80, which is just amazing for a good quality pair of leather loafers. Well, those are some of the top summer 2025 shoe trends. And remember, I have linked everything I showed in those 3 places that I mentioned earlier. And if you want to find out what my top most comfortable shoes of all time are, then you're going to want to watch this video next, where I round up my all-time top most comfortable shoes. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and until I see you in my next video, have a stylish day. Bye.